History is being made in the state of Maine today. We've got the details. Good afternoon. I'm Susan Farley. A man has been sentenced for killing his girlfriend in Acadia National Park, and advocates for stronger mental health legislation rallied at the State House. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Friday afternoon. We're close to the weekend. A small craft advisory is posted until 6 p.m. Saturday as some gusty winds moving in will help to stir things up along the ocean as we do move forward in time. We had snow recently, though, but within the last several hours, so it's starting to move away. Don't be surprised if you notice a few flurries today as well, but most of it is staying away from us now, with some activity staying to the south and some outside the country, too. So for now, we're starting to quiet down. We'll hold on to the clouds today with a partly to mostly cloudy sky in many spots. Futurecast helping to show that mostly cloudy sky for today, maybe a few flurries if you're lucky. Later on tonight and parts of tomorrow, we'll start to see the clouds break up in many spots. And the winds, maybe a few gusts up to 20 miles per hour today, sustained winds up to 10 to 15 miles per hour. The winds pick up later on tonight and really get going for the daytime tomorrow as well. So for the rest of today, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. You might notice a flurry or so. The north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, 17 degrees, mostly cloudy and breezy out there, and that north wind gusting up to around 25 miles per hour. As we move ahead towards tomorrow, we have upper 20s, partly cloudy. It'll be windy out there. The winds are still picking up, with that north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour throughout the day on Saturday. All right, that hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, showing some clouds, maybe some flurries if you're lucky. Temperatures overall in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. In just a few hours, history will be made in Augusta as Brigadier General Diane Dunn takes command of the Maine National Guard. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard is live in Camp Chamberlain with the details. Good afternoon, Corey.
Camp Chamberlain, where in just a few hours, in a little under an hour that is, we will hear from a press conference from the outgoing Adjutant General, Major General Doug Farnham, and the incoming, which is Brigadier General Diane Dunn. Now after that, at 2 o'clock, there will be a change of command ceremony. Now being a veteran myself, I've attended many of these ceremonies, and I'll tell you a little bit about what's going to happen. The main part of the ceremony will be when the Color Guard presents Major General Doug Farnham with the unit colors. That is the banner that of the Maine National Guard. Major General Doug Farnham will then present those colors, relinquishing command to Governor Janet Mills, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Maine National Guard. Governor Mills will then present the colors to Brigadier General Dunn, signifying her respect for General Dunn's command, her charging with General Dunn with command of the Maine National Guard. Now that is going to happen at 2 p.m. and you can watch it live on foxbangor.com. So live in Camp Chamberlain, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Thank you, Corey. A Portland man who was convicted of murdering his girlfriend in Acadia National Park in June of last year was sentenced in court Thursday. Matthew Juronsik has the story.
My son Victor, he sleeps his life away every day, and my daughter Violet has sustained a damn diagnosis of an autoimmune disease that is brought on by stress. The lady is not only lost her mother, but her best friend and her guiding light.
Family members of Nicole Mokeme addressed her killer Raymond Lester in court about how their lives are forever changed.
He's giving me reoccurring nightmares. He's giving me insomnia. He's giving me a distrust for men. He's giving me crippling anxiety.
On June 22, 2022, Lester struck and killed Nicole with his car at the Skudik Institute. After killing her, he fled the scene, heading to Cancun, Mexico. After a month, Lester turned himself in. He was eventually brought back to Maine. The judge sentenced 35-year-old Lester to 48 years in prison. Despite the ruling, the Mokeme family says they believe the punishment doesn't fit the crime.
I don't feel like there's an actual justice because I just want my sister back.
Nicole was described by her family as a caring, beloved mother who always had her heart in the right place. Assistant District Attorney Bud Ellis, the lead prosecutor on the case, described Nicole as a pillar of the South Portland community for her work empowering Black and Indigenous Mainers with their organization Rise and Shine Youth Retreat. Following her death, the city commissioned a mural for Nicole recognizing her, now on display along Diamond Street. At the end of the day, the Mokeme family hopes anyone dealing with domestic violence will get the courage to speak up.
The only hope that I have is that this story will make a better voice for domestic violence. You see something, say something, look out for your friends. Domestic violence is real.
You can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-7233. They're always available 24/7 and willing to help. In Ellsworth, Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Advocates for stronger mental health legislation rallied at the State House Thursday. They're calling on lawmakers to pass and fund more mental health services. One bill they spoke out about was the Maine Resiliency Package, which passed the legislature last session, but is still waiting on Appropriations Committee to provide more funding.
You go to any section of our society in Maine, you go to law enforcement, and what do they say they need? They need more community mental health services. You talk to any of our school districts, and what do they need? What do they say they need? They say, we need more community mental health services. You go to our town and municipal officials, and what do they say they need? More community mental health systems. We go to our places of faith, and what do they say? We need more access to community mental health services. This bill, and those that will come along, are the things that are going to make it possible for us to do that.
Supporters went on to say that they are pushing for mental health to be the priority this legislative session, especially in the wake of the Lewiston mass shooting. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, a new program is bringing doctors directly to the scene of crashes here in Maine. We've got the details when we return.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex This contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience,
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
For fast sore throat relief, try Vicks VapoCool Drops with 2 times more menthol per drop and powerful Vicks vapors to vaporize sore throat pain. Vicks VapoCool Drops, vaporize sore throat pain.
Do you have a wet basement, nasty crawl space, settling foundation, sinking concrete, or clogged gutters? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basement-y. For over 30 years, thousands of homeowners throughout Maine and southeastern New Hampshire have trusted TC Hafford. Basement waterproofing, crawl space repair, stabilizing foundations, concrete leveling, and gutter installation. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems for all things basement-y.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. Now, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, from the comfort of your desktop or the convenience of your mobile device, you can summon transport and arrange a simple, affordable, respectful Down East Direct Cremation for your deceased loved one. Just by using the button exclusively at downeastdirectcremation.com. All you need is the location address of the person who has died, their vital statistics information, a valid credit card for payment, and that's it. No need to pick up the telephone, no need to answer a bunch of questions, no need to come into the store, and it's still just $9.75 complete. It's so easy, even I can do it. For more information, visit us at downeastdirectcremation.com or call us at 207-225-5332. Simple, affordable, respectful. The button, only at downeastdirectcremation.com.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Coastal Auto Parts, Hamlin's Marine, Leo & Sons Auto Repair, Maine Collision Center, Old Town Archery, and Sargent.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
A first-of-its-kind program is bringing doctors directly to the scene of crashes and other emergencies. Our David Ledford spent the day with the Augusta Fire Department to learn more as participants get real-time experience.
We are a Swiss Army knife of medical care.
Doctors are now responding to emergency calls as part of a new pilot program in Kennebec County called MD3.
It's one provider, one EMS physician working hand in hand, but the ability to provide so many services to so many different patients in need with a single resource. And that's really what we are.
The idea behind the program is to provide a high level of care in the field, while also reducing the strain on area hospitals.
Save that bed at the ER for someone who's in more medical need.
Officials say expert care in the field could mean the difference between life and death.
Saving a life or a limb, when it happens, you want someone there that's a little bit higher trained than us in the field.
And emergency physician and MD3 participant Jonathan Busco says that having medical doctors respond to a scene helps determine whether or not a patient needs to be taken to the hospital at all, which can save on emergency resources.
Oftentimes, we're able to take care of them in their homes, so they don't even need to go to the emergency department.
MD3 officially kicked off in January, and after a trial period of a few months, officials will decide whether or not to make the program a more permanent feature of the county.
So far, they've responded to more situations than we originally anticipated. The county will have to make a determination whether they want to continue to fund it long term. We look forward to what the future brings with it.
In Augusta, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A key principle of the Muslim faith is to eat meat deemed halal, all permissible. After struggling to obtain it here in Maine, a family in Unity is trying to build a new industry in the state for the meat they say is growing in demand. Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
Building a new industry in the state that doesn't exist locally.
Hussam Al-Rawi and his wife, Catherine Piper, are the co-owners of Five Pillars Butchery in Unity, which is one of the only halal meat processors in the state.
It's very important to say the proper prayer over the animal before taking its life, and this is what makes it halal.
Only consuming meat deemed halal is a key value of Muslim faith. Al-Rawi and Piper say when they first moved to Maine from the Middle East, they struggled to find options for their family.
We're hoping that we can be an example for other Muslim communities or even immigrant communities.
On average, they serve 20,000 pounds of meat per year, but with their plans to build the first halal-exclusive slaughter facility in the state, they would be able to increase service to 500,000 pounds per year.
The 2,400% increase in production. The need will still be there even after we have expanded to our facility.
And by working with local farmers, they hope to create new business opportunities for others in the community.
It feels more sustainable and it feels more incorporating when it's a community effort.
The facility will be built directly on their current property, and they hope to break ground by late spring. They say their ultimate goal is to normalize access to halal meat in the state and across the country.
We are hoping to run an operation that is based on the local community and the new members of the community.
In Unity, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, actor Alec Baldwin was in court to face involuntary manslaughter charges. We'll be right back.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Actor Alec Baldwin pleads not guilty to an involuntary manslaughter charge in connection to the fatal shooting of a cinematographer on the set of the movie Rust. Baldwin waived his right to an arraignment, which was set for Thursday. A grand jury in New Mexico indicted Baldwin. Baldwin was holding a prop gun during a filming when it fired a live round, killing Helena Hutchins and injuring director Joel Souza back in 2021. Baldwin has denied pulling the trigger. If convicted, he faces up to 18 months in prison. Powerful testimony from a Michigan woman on trial after her son brought a gun to school and shot 11 students. It's the first time the parents of a school shooter have been charged in the crime. Correspondent Connor Hansen has the story.
I wish he would have killed us instead.
Jennifer Crumbly taking the stand, charged with involuntary manslaughter. Her son, Ethan Crumbly, is serving a life sentence after shooting 11 people at Oxford High School in 2021, killing 4 of them. Ethan's parents are accused of making a gun accessible and ignoring their son's mental health issues.
Now, did you object? Did you say, I don't want that gun in the house? Anything like that?
No, I was more angry that they cut into our Christmas tree time, so I was irritated at that.
Prosecutors are now focusing on key moments leading up to the attack. They showed this disturbing drawing Ethan Crumbly drew in school. It was the reason for a meeting the morning of the shooting with Ethan's parents and school officials.
He told us that he didn't feel my son was a risk, and actually gave him the option if he wanted to stay at school or go home. My son wanted to stay at school.
Prosecutors also pointed out disturbing passages in Ethan's journal about wanting help.
Shooter writes, my parents won't listen to me about help or therapist.
Jennifer Crumbly said she wasn't involved in buying or storing the handgun used in the shooting. She says the weapon was purchased 4 days prior with Ethan's father. But she did post on social media about going to the gun range with Ethan.
It was a fun day. He asked me if I wanted to go to the shooting range with him, and he's never asked me, just me, to go before.
Ethan's father, James Crumbly, is scheduled to have his trial in March. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says he did not correctly handle his hospitalization for complications from prostate cancer surgery. He says he never considered resigning, and there was never an absence of leadership at the Pentagon. The defense secretary also talked about the current situation in the Middle East and the expected military response to the death of 3 American soldiers following a drone strike earlier this week. Correspondent Jennifer Griffin has the details.
I take full responsibility. I apologize to my teammates and to the American people.
Defense Secretary Austin walked gingerly up to the podium, still rehabilitating his leg, a post-op complication from prostate surgery.
I want to be crystal clear. We did not handle this right, and I did not handle this right. I should have told the president about my cancer diagnosis. I should have also told my team and the American public.
He apologized for missing an opportunity to be a role model for the 1 in 6 black men diagnosed with prostate cancer, who often are too embarrassed to get screened.
The news shook me, And I know that it shakes so many others, especially in the black community. It was a gut punch. And frankly, my first instinct was to keep it private.
The questioning soon turned to the looming U.S. response to Iran and its proxies, killing 3 Americans. The Pentagon briefed Congress of its plans in a classified session Wednesday. There's been a lot of telegraphing about targeting and responding to the drone strike, so much so that the Iranian proxy leaders have left the country. Some are back in Tehran. Is the point not to kill any Iranian commanders?
I would just tell you that, we will have a multi-tiered response, and again, we have the ability to respond a number of times.
On Tuesday night, a Houthi cruise missile came within 1 mile of the USS Gravely, just seconds away from impact. This is the closest a Houthi missile has come to a U.S. warship. It was the first time in combat the U.S. has used the close-in weapons missile defense system known as CWIS. U.S. defense officials tell us they have completed forensic work on the remnants of the drone that killed the Americans and assess it to have been manufactured in Iran. At the Pentagon, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Central Maine Denture, Corinth Auto Parts, Greenway Equipment Sales, Katahdin Trust Company, Maine Collision Center, and Smokey's Barbecue.
Toyota trains certified technicians. Is that important?
Well, you wouldn't hire just anyone to help you move, would you?
No.
Of course not.
Not again.
Get your Toyota ready for the year's coldest and harshest weather. See your New England Toyota dealer for great service offers to help keep your Toyota dependable and fuel efficient all winter long. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
It's time to start planning that new home or garage you've been thinking about. Hammond Lumber Company is here to help, offering complete building packages with everything you need. With several options on their website and thousands of unique plans in their in-house drawing catalog. Hammond will help you make your dreams a reality. Choose your materials from Hammond's extensive showroom displays, and Hammond will deliver your order from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Start planning your new home or garage at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Yellow's not gonna fly. Buckle up.
Reality checkup.
There's toothpaste white and there's Crest 3D White Strips white.
Whitens like a $400 professional treatment.
Prepare for a non-stop smile.
Crest.
My frequent heartburn had me taking antacid after antacid all day long. But with Prilosec OTC, just 1 pill a day blocks heartburn for a full 24 hours. For one and done heartburn relief, Prilosec OTC, 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn.
When you're on a long car trip, one of the best ways to pass time is the tried and true license plate game. It's always quite the sight to see how colorful and interesting a lot of the out-of-state plates can be and just how creative people can get with their vanity plates. There's actually a guy at Holden who likes to see those plates for more than a passing glance. Devin Dagnall is going to tell us all about him in this week's Destination Devin.
Tucked away along the back roads of Holden is a collection unlike anything I've ever seen.
I have a hard time saying I have a favorite.
This plethora of plates was curated by self-proclaimed Maine plates guy Jerry Downing. For Jerry, collecting license plates is much more than a simple hobby. It's an unadulterated passion.
You could say I'm a hoarder, but like with a little bit of organization.
Picker by trade, Jerry first got bit by the license plate bug while buying and flipping his first collection of plates.
I found them very lucrative, in fact. While some plates are worth pennies, others can be worth hundreds to thousands and several thousands of dollars. You know, I did really well selling that collection, but I also learned a lot about the history behind the plates and all of what they, mean.
Okay, so they're worth some money, but what makes them valuable?
Yeah, there's certain years like war era license plates, 2-digit, single-digit plates. Some 3-digit plates are also desirable, 4-digit. So the higher the number usually will result in a lower value.
But it's not just about the payout for Jerry. He says sentiment is what really keeps him collecting.
I mean, some of these my friends drove on. Some of these I waited in parking lots of the post office for somebody to come out, gave them my card and said if they ever get rid of that plate or if you have any duplicates of that plate.
And of course, vanity plates hold a special place in his heart.
I mean, people that were driving on a particular vanity, it shows kind of who they are as a character, or they like to they're representing something or someone.
So if you've got a collectible low-digit plate or a funny vanity, don't be alarmed if you see a big blue pickup behind you. Chances are Jerry has his eyes set on a new piece for his collection.
Like, yes, I'm that guy. I am that guy. I will drive by over a house and I'll back up, pull in their driveway and say, I just got to tell you, I love your plate. Do you happen to have any extras pinned up in the garage?
Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Today's full weather forecast is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later. We have a small crowd advisory that is posted until 6 p.m. Saturday along the coast. Gusty winds moving in. We'll have to increase the wave heights moving forward in time. They're a little bit active right now, actually, at around 3 to 4 feet according to the buoys out there. Don't be surprised if you notice those increasing, though, moving forward for tomorrow with the gusty winds moving in. We had snow recently, though. Within the last several frames, we're starting to see this moving away from us now. We're quieting down with the mostly cloudy sky. You might notice, though, some flurries from time to time in some spots. There's a little bit more activity further down to the south by New York and Washington, too. But for us, we're starting to quiet things down, although the winds will be picking up moving forward soon. So overall, a mostly cloudy sky for us today. Maybe a few flurries if you're lucky. Later on tonight, we will hold on to the clouds. But as we head towards tomorrow, though, the clouds begin to break up. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky for most of Saturday. Then by Saturday night, still not much cloud cover, just a little bit of a breeze out there as well. But with low pressure not too far away, that is why we're definitely watching the wind as well. Even by Saturday night, though, still looking pretty good with regards to the clouds. And even by Sunday, remaining rather quiet by that point. As for any additional snowfall, maybe a quick little dusting at best in the northern parts of the state, but for the rest of us, so we're looking pretty good. So most of the snowfall is done. You might get a few flurries. That's all we're going to see there. But some gusty winds are possible. Again, they'll be increasing, maybe up to 20 miles per hour today, 25 miles per hour possible later on tonight. As we head towards tomorrow, maybe some gusty winds up to 25 to even 30 miles per hour could occur in a few spots. As our average high temperature is 28 degrees, we have upper 30s on the way for us today, cooling off into the upper 20s Saturday, lower 30s by Sunday, Monday, and also into your Tuesday, warming up into the mid-30s Wednesday. Then here we go, lower 40s again as we head towards your Thursday. So for the rest of today, we have upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. The north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour at times. You might notice a few flurries as well throughout the afternoon period. By tonight, 17 degrees, mostly cloudy and breezy. That north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. As we head towards tomorrow, upper 20s, partly cloudy and windy out there. The north wind increasing to about 30 miles per hour in many spots. Alrighty, here's a look at extended forecast brought to you by Healing Hands Massage. Mostly sunny on Sunday with highs in the low 30s. Low 30s again on Monday with a partly cloudy sky. Mostly sunny on Tuesday, highs in the low 30s.
Thank you, Devin. A young Australian boy is rescued by police after getting stuck inside a claw machine. 3-year-old Ethan Hopper climbed through the Hello Kitty toys claw machine in a shopping center in Brisbane on Saturday. After getting stuck, his father, Timothy Hopper, quickly called police. To get him out, his father and police told him to cover his eyes. As they shattered the glass panel, he was carried out safely. What a story he'll have to tell as he gets older. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.